Hey guys, what's up? GreenMachineSam back with another video, and today we have Season 5 of the Detroit Lions Zero Overall Rebuild. After winning the Super Bowl and ultimately dominating the league at 16-1, making it 19-1, we had an amazing season, and I think we can have an amazing season again. Of course, we do have regressions across the board in Taylor Lewan, Von Miller, and Aaron Rodgers even, but that doesn't mean we didn't upgrade at certain positions either. We revamped our tight end group. We brought in a new wide receiver and new backup running backs to complement Jonathan Taylor even more. And we brought in some offensive linemen that will sit behind our current older offensive linemen and will hopefully be starters next year. Now, we will have a bunch of people coming off contract as our first draft class is going to be coming off contract this year. So that will be very devastating because I don't think we'll be able to re-sign all of them. But we should get close enough. Week 1, we are taking on the Green Bay Packers, and I'm just going to show you guys my scouts so you guys know what I'm looking for heading into this next draft. I'm looking for a D-tackle, some D-tackle help, whether they're going to play left end, right end, or actually D-tackle for us. I don't know yet. A corner slash safety, a quarterback, another corner, and a halfback slash fullback. I don't know if Chip Loud's going to be too expensive to bring back. I hope we can, but if we can't, I don't want to sit here and waste time. My predictions for this season are definitely Super Bowl or bust. We'll take a look at the team real quick. It looks very, very nice. You guys saw it at the end of last episode, but let's look at it once again. We did bring in Matthew Stafford as our backup quarterback, just so that he can return to Detroit and hopefully win a Super Bowl. Nobody was bidding on him. Nobody did end up bidding on him. So I don't really feel like it was cheesy giving him some extra money to come. Brought in David Andrews as well to fill out that center role. Taylor Lewan, like I said, is regressing, but he does have a +3 temporary boost. Terrence Marshall is here. We're going to actually move him down. I forgot to move him down. Wolf's still going to play that third role until next year. If he doesn't develop really all that well this year, then he will be out of that role. Our right side with Terrell Applewhite and Teddy Harris is looking very good. Jawan Johnson, what is it, Tracy McGee? Yeah, Tracy McGee and Silas Ragland are our tight ends. We moved our O to the 4th spot. I just feel like it's cooler if we draft some players and keep them on the roster for long term. So the offense is definitely the key to success here. The defense looks just fine. They should be able to play. Hell, the cornerback room is upgraded. Besides Von Miller regressing, the team's better than it was last year. We have better backups. We have better just overall players. So we shouldn't really take a step back. Now, I know it is hard to keep a top defense continuously being a top defense. I understand that's hard. You know, look at many defenses over the last 10 to 20 years. It's hard to repeat as back-to-back top 5 defenses. Whether it's you don't get the turnovers or anything else, it's a problem. But with that being said, guys, I'll see you guys at week 8 to give you a midseason report.
Okay, at the midseason mark, we are 3-3, so we are playing absolutely dog shit. Packers are 5-2 currently. Already went ahead, upgraded the team. The team's looking nice. I don't know why we're not winning games now, but we're just not. Quentin Nelson, Tyreek Hill, Aaron Rodgers, Von Miller, James Gardner, Teddy Harris, Nolan McDonald, Taylor Lewan, Chip Loud, Damian Davis, James Parks, and Parker Williams all need new contracts. I'm just going to let you know Parker Williams is not getting re-signed. Neither is James Park. Like I've said before, I don't pay for punters. Damian Davis I'm not paying for, even though we just traded for him. I didn't really trade much for him anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Chip Loud I would like to bring back, but if he's too expensive, I'm not going to pay a fullback. It's just not happening. Nolan McDonald, I think, needs to come back. Teddy Harris, I could bring back on a very cheap deal for a couple years. Probably 2 years, maybe 3 if I was feeling really into it. James Gardner, I think I can bring him back on a 3-year deal. Von Miller, we're going to let walk. Aaron Rodgers, as of right now, will probably end up letting walk unless Unless we make a deep playoff run, he's probably gone. I'm going to put that out there. Quentin Nelson is an absolute must return, and Tyreek Hill is probably up there as well. So, going to end up giving Quentin Nelson a 4-year deal. I think that's just worth it. I think he won't regress too hard in those 4 years. We're actually going to give him 5. Fuck it. Of $10 million in salary and 6.6 in signing bonus. When they're this high of an overall and when they're probably not going to regress all that hard, I don't mind paying them salary bonuses. Tyreek Hill's getting a 4-year, $14.5 million deal with 9.2 in signing bonus, making the total $94.6 million over the next 4 years. My reasoning is he's a 99 right now with morale, of course, but he's a high 90. He might regress below a 90, but if we need to, we can trade him off in his last year. I'll take the penalty on for 1 year, and ultimately, he'll serve us well for the next 2 to 3 years. He does resign. Nolan McDonald, our strong safety. We could look to upgrade in the draft, but I'm just going to keep our homegrown talent here, giving him 7 years of $6 million a year, $41.7 million over those 7 years. He does resign. We're going to end up giving Chip Loud a contract if he accepts this. I'm not paying him any more than this. He's already expensive as is, and especially when I can draft a fullback who's basically going to do the same thing for cheaper. So if he does not accept this, we're just not going to continue to negotiate with him. He signs. Okay, so we ended up giving Damian Davis, our third-string power back running back, a contract. We gave him 3.5 over 7 years, so 3.5 each year over 7. That's about what I would pay for about an 80 overall in free agency, so it just makes sense to re-sign him, keep him on the team. I know I didn't say pay. I know I said I don't pay punters, but if he signs for 2.2 a year over 7, making 15.1 during that time, I'll gladly bring him back as a part of this team, keep him, and he stays. Okay, looking at the rest of this, rest of the people I need to, get in contact with. I kind of wish I would have played Parker Williams over Max Wolf now, because I didn't realize how young he was. But we're going to let him walk. We're going to let him go to a new team. He deserves it. He looks semi-cheap. Yeah, it would probably cost me about $4 million a year to sign him. So I could easily bring him back, but I'm going to let him walk, go to a different team. Taylor Lewan, he's going to drop below like a 75 probably at this point. Von Miller is going to drop inside the 70s, probably around a 77, 78. And Aaron Rodgers, if we do not make the playoffs, which we have 1 week, we have to win this game. If we do not get it done, we will be looking for a new quarterback going into this offseason. James Gardner is going to get a 5-year, $9 million a year, $44.8 million over that span. If he resigns, good. If not, cool. Teddy Harris is going to get a 4-year, $9 million deal. We're just going to upgrade him just a little bit. If he resigns, great. If not, we'll have to look at filling both our tackles. So after a very impressive season where we won the Super Bowl, we come back with arguably a better team. I don't know if it was just our division actually being good this year or what, but we ended up just fucking shitting the bed. So that means Aaron Rodgers will not be returning. I don't know if I said this in one of the clips, but I said if Aaron Rodgers does not take us to the playoffs, I think it was at midseason, I said if he does not make us, take us to the playoffs, he will not be coming back. And he didn't, so he's not coming back. So we do need to look for a quarterback, some type of edge, and possibly a new tackle. Which sucks, because we upgraded center, We revamped our tight end room, revamped our running back room, and made some additions at corner, but yet we still fucking didn't do anything special this year. Like I wasn't expecting us to go 16-1 again. I was just expecting, at least a playoff spot, at least 11 to 12 wins. Not this big of a step down where we didn't win, 7 games. But whatever. On to the next season, basically. I'll see you guys in the off season. So the 2025 season recap: Cincinnati Bengals end up winning the Super Bowl, defeating the Bucks. Josh Allen wins MVP. Cliff Kingsbury, Coach of the Year. Josh Allen wins Offensive Player of the Year. Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year. And then the Bengals had apparently the Rookie of the Year. So
Okay, let's take a look of why we ended up not succeeding in this season. We have Aaron Rodgers, who is about the same. He had less interceptions but less completion percentage. Just a little bit more yards and the same TDs. Jonathan Taylor, good year. Nothing to complain about there. He did take a step back in yards, though. The ball was spread out a little bit more. Max Wolf with 976 yards. Tyreek Hill with 979 yards. 1,000 yards for Jawan Johnson. Terry McLaurin with 1,145 yards. 12 touchdowns, 7, 6, and 7. So the ball was spread out. I don't know what's wrong. You could say the offensive line with Taylor Lewan giving up a fucking sack a game, but I don't think that would change us that much. James Gardner, another good year. He's just going to continue having good years, especially for us at middle linebacker. We had more sacks this year. Everybody had more sacks this year. At least the top 4 guys did. You know, we had, 25, 33, and then 34, 39 sacks, 41 sacks with our top 5 guys. So, I don't know what went wrong with this year. I don't know if it was just our defense, if it was Rick Nick had 3 picks, Zayvon Collins with 2, J.C. Horn with 2, Nolan McDonald with 2, Darnay Holmes with 1. I don't know if it was us. I don't know if it was just the other teams being better. But we went 9-8. Like, that's just unexcusable. And 1 touchdown for Rick Nick kicking. As good as it's ever going to be. Tyler Bass took a step back in field goals. Maybe he was kicking from longer. James Park, literally the same. No return touchdowns. I don't understand, but let's head to free agency. We didn't win any awards. I already checked that, and we weren't really close on a bunch either. We don't have anybody to re-sign. I'm not bringing back Aaron Rodgers after this season. I know he had a good season, but he's just going to regress, and there's no point in bringing him back. So in the 2025 offseason, Khalil Mack, Aaron Donald, Teron Armstead, Rodney Hudson, Fletcher Cox, Tyron Smith, Leno, Miller, Hayward, Jordan, Boyles, and a bunch of other people retire. I'm surprised I don't see Aaron Rodgers here. Okay, we're only going after 4 guys. They're all on the offensive side of the ball. I'm going to go through each reason why. George Kittle, Jawan Johnson's already regressing. And with him already regressing, it just makes sense to try to bring in a big star and give Aaron Rodgers a little bit more help. Same reason with Mike Williams and Trent Brown. Just going to bring in as much talent as possible with the money we have on cheap 1 to 2 year deals. George Kittle, I think I gave a 3-year deal to. Trent Brown and Mike Williams, both 2 years. And Aaron Rodgers, I think a 3-year. So 2-year. And George Kittle also got a 2-year. Never mind. So this does give us plenty of talent going into next year if we can sign them. We went after 4 guys. We got 4 guys. George Kittle, Trent Brown, Mike Williams, and Aaron Rodgers all come to the team. Aaron Rodgers comes back. This team should be fucking dope, and I think we should win a Super Bowl pretty easily. I don't have a whole ton of people on my board. I think I only have like 4 or 5 on my board, but they are all expected to go about the same time, so I'm going to have to make some moves, and hopefully we can take who we need. Jamal Gordon, quarterback out of Miami, 6'5", 225, strong arm, hidden dev trait. This guy looks dope. It said projected round 1 to 2, so I wanted to take him at pick 14. Just made most sense. Hopefully he can take over either right away or next year. It's time to take another corner, and we're doing that with Sheldon Whiting out of Nevada, 6'3", 197, 21 years old, hidden dev trait, amazing athletic ratings. He's going to be a baller. He's going to play right next to J.C. Horn and Rick Nick. Tracy McGee, the tight end, a second-round pickup this year, and Jerry Tillery gets me a first from the Rams. I want the safety that I have on my board. I'm going to take him. Marquise Milner out of TCU, 22 years old, 5'10", 223. He's a fucking heavy boy for a strong safety. Hybrid. He can fly around the field. He looks very, very good. So we're going to take the Bucks trade here. We're trading down out of the second round. It just doesn't make sense for us to reach this far or to spend a pick that we just don't need.
Jason Keys, as some of our backups are getting older, we do need to fill some positions. So Jason Keys out of UCLA, 6'2", 313, 23 years old. Decent athletic traits, nothing too special. That strength is pretty nice as a rookie. I expect low 70s. Trading down with the Ravens, nobody else is left on my board, so it just doesn't make sense to take any of these picks. The Saints were pretty bad last year. We faced them in their last game. They ended up beating us for their 5th win. So we're going to take their pick, just continuously trading down. Washington football team was also, I think, a bad team. So just take their pick. A 5th and a 6th of this year gets us a 4th from the Jets. I just am getting tired of having to go in through the trade down, so we're just going to manually do it and get something a little bit better.
Okay, so I'm just going to make 3 very quick trades. I'm going to trade guys to teams that need them and have interest in them. So Kowalski to the Chargers. Then we're going to go in and trade Marlon Davidson to the Cowboys for a 7th as well. We're just doing this so that they get the guys that they need. And it's also clearing cap for a trade that I'm trying to make. So just figured I'd show this all in one clip. So Davidson to the Cowboys. And then we'll trade Billingsley, our 7th corner now, to the Saints, as they're the only team that showed interest in him. He's only a yellow, though. But he's on his last year of his deal. He's developed really nicely from where he was. He was like a 60, and he's been the 5th string guy the whole time. So it's like he's developed nicely. But hopefully this gets me enough cap room to, make some moves. With this trade, we're trading Aaron Bruin 2 5s for Amari Hooker and Hassan Reddick. I'm just trying to get some pieces to trade for somebody bigger. Okay, didn't have enough value to trade for our guy yet, so 1 of this year and 2 4s of this year for the Titans one, which is 8 picks higher. And just like that, we end up getting DeAndre Swift. He's going to be our number 2 back. He looks fucking impressive. So we can trade away Davis, and we're going to be trading away Hassan Reddick as well. Reddick and Davis for a 3rd-round pick and a backup offensive lineman. I just don't feel like going out and signing one, so fuck it. Just give me your backup offensive lineman and a 3rd-round pick. This is more of a cap dump to get Reddick's contract off the books. Believe me, I tried to find somebody that had yellow interest. I moved him to right outside linebacker. I even moved him to left end. I didn't move him to right end, but nobody fucking wanted him. I'm like, Jesus. So I was just like, whatever. You're getting paired up with the running back and getting traded off for whatever I can get.
Okay, looking at the team, it's very impressive heading into season 6. Mike Williams is going to come in and be that 3rd guy. Rodgers is back for another year. I might start Jamal Gordon, though. It makes more sense, right? Rookie quarterback, higher chance of getting a development increase if he plays well. Braun and Trent Brown, he'll probably stay at right tackle. We'll probably move Teddy Harris over to left. David Andrews still here. We're going to let him play 1 more year. Jack Crawford is the backup tackle. He'll get play time probably next year as well. Defense looks good. We did lose our edge rusher in Von Miller. So Denton and Irving and Harris are all going to have to step up this year. We did end up bringing in this safety, Marquise Milner. He'll be above Sean Davis. Since he is a rookie, he'll probably play both backup roles. J.C. Horn will be playing number 2. And then wherever our new corner is at, he'll be playing 3 with probably Marcus Thomas behind him, Darnay Holmes behind him, and then Andrew Nelson will probably be 6th. We did end up bringing in 2 new D tackles in Jason Keys and Dalton Yankee. I don't think the clip saved of me drafting him. So there's that. It looks like a good team. It's supposed to be a good team. The QB situation's a little bit muddy, but other than that, I think we have a perfect team. I think we should do just fine. Our offensive line is out of this world. Our receiving core is super great. Our defensive front 7 is really fucking good, and our defensive back group is not bad at all. Like, I don't know what else more to do. Like, yes, everybody can be upgraded technically. I could go trade for everybody under the fucking moon, but what I'm trying to say is there's no real major holes in this team. There is none. Like, you can't actually sit here and say, Well, that's a major hole. Like, what? What's the worst thing? Our fucking QB situation right now? Like, that's our worst thing right now? I'd much rather have that than a lot of other stuff. So, with that being said, guys, if you guys enjoy this content, any of my other content, please stick around, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'll upload more videos like this, as well as NFL and 2K videos, whether it's roster updates, rebuilds, whatever. I'm going to be posting a lot more, hopefully. With that being said, guys, I'm out. Peace.